President Trump wants to make it harder for migrants on U.S.-bound caravans to apply for political asylum. He recently promised to stop releasing asylum seekers while they wait for immigration hearings. Thousands of immigrants are already living and working in the U.S. as they await their court dates. That's the case for one viewer who came to us with a desperate plea.
He was released from a detention center after signing a bond agreement he says was misleading. Unsure of where to turn, he called our NBC 10 Responds reporter Inez Ferre.
Even on warm days, you'd rarely see Alberto Mendoza wearing shorts outside his house. He doesn't want people to see this, a monitoring anklet. Mendoza says people have told him he looks like a criminal with a GPS tracker. He actually made a deal to wear it. The 26-year-old Honduran was caught crossing the border illegally in 2016. He had two choices. The first, stay behind bars until his political asylum hearing next year. Instead, he signed a deal with Libre by Nexus, a private company which guarantees bonds for undocumented immigrants. In this case, it was a $10,000 bond. The company required the tracker until the case was finished, or if he could come up with a $10,000 collateral. Mendoza says he agreed to pay $420 to Libre by Nexus, but was under the impression those payments were going towards his bond amount. About 6 months into the contract, he says he called the company asking about his balance. That's when he was told the monthly fees were for the lease of the GPS monitoring service, not his bond.
His understanding was that I'm paying off my bond.
Yeah, but that's not consistent with what he signed.
We sat down with Libre by Nexus' CEO, Mike Donovan. He says the terms of the agreement were clearly stated.
We explained the program to our clients, and here's why. We care about our clients and we want them to be successful.
Mendoza's initial contract includes one page in Spanish. The rest are in English, a language he says he does not speak. The English portion explains a $420 monthly lease for the GPS equipment and monitoring service. The Spanish page makes reference to a fee for a GPS bracelet program, but does not mention the amount. The day after we wrote an email to the company about Mendoza's case, a rep went to his house to take off the device and hand him a new contract in Spanish, though Donovan says that was not because of NBC 10 Response.
Every existing client is having contract changes with upgrades in equipment or removal of equipment.
Donovan says updated contracts are all in Spanish. Eventually, clients in good standing are taken off the GPS device. Under Mendoza's new contract, he will pay $400 a month until he reaches his $10,000 bond amount, money which will be refunded once his case is finished and his bond is canceled. Mendoza says he still struggles to meet the monthly payments, but without the tracker, he feels one step closer to freedom.
Gracias.